Hey guys, so today we got another video in the series we like to call Underrated Throwers. Today we got Mike Stulce or Michael Stulce. Was a shot putter in the 90s. He was the Olympic champion in shot put in 1992 Barcelona Olympics. He is also a world indoor champion in 1993 Toronto. He has a personal best indoors of 21 meters 77 centimeters and an outdoor personal best of 21 meters 70 centimeters, and that's outdoors. And right off the bat, because I know I'm probably going to hear this in the comments, he did get a lifetime ban. So he returned in 1990 after a 2-year doping ban to win the gold medal in the Olympics. And then in 1993, after the World Outdoor Championships, he failed a doping test again and received a lifetime ban. But I just want to get that right off the bat because I know if I don't mention it, people are just going to say, oh, like, all that stuff doesn't count because, he got banned for life. But whatever. It's safe to say pretty much everyone was on that kind of stuff back then. So I'm not even going to judge that. All right. I don't judge people taking steroids and whatnot. All right. I'm just here simply to just bring light to a forgotten, probably someone lost in the history, whether he was forgotten just because of the drugs or just because, he didn't throw 22 meters. Oh no, he only threw 2170. Terrible. But let's not forget 2170 is, I think, over 71 feet. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. So that's really far. That's really, really far. All right. I know today we're spoiled by just everyone throwing 22 meters willy nilly, but let's not forget, especially in the 90s, it was a far throw. All right, and it still is. Anything over 70 feet is a far throw. And, I feel like even with the drugs and all that, we still have to respect an Olympic champion and a world indoor champion. All right. And, yeah. So this is a video. Thank you. Oops. Thank you to the guy, Jim, for getting this video. This is him at the Olympics. This is probably the only Olympic footage I'm ever going to get. um, because apparently, the guy Jim got access to it. So why not? That's why I'm using his video, not the original Olympic. So that's him. I'm gonna try and get his height and weight in the video description. I'm just having trouble finding it. There isn't that much information on him online about that kind of stuff. Um, oh, also before I forget, he's also a three-time national champion. And yeah, I will link all that as usual. If you follow this series that I've made over 100 videos in this series, but I always link personal best, height, weight if I can find it, and then notable accomplishments in the video description. And yeah, so let's get into this. Oh, let me just play this. Come on. He seems pretty tall, but that's just looking. Obviously, he's a big guy. He's definitely way over 260. I can almost guarantee that. I don't know why I did that on the screen record, but whatever. Okay, here we go. So this is just a slow motion, but he's a glider. I know that's very rare to see nowadays, but back then, especially in '92, that was still the big technique. There weren't that many rotators yet compared to gliders, but very, very nice. And I actually never said the reason I'm even making this video. It's because one, I just don't think he gets talked about or anything, and a lot of younger people. That's mostly the reason why I make these videos. Is a lot of introducing a lot of younger people to the sport, like a lot more new people to the sport, to throwers of the past, and stuff, and also, um, I think he just gets underrated just because of the drug stuff and whatnot. People just automatically like, oh, you took drugs, so you know your accomplishments mean nothing. And I do not fall into that camp. I still think if you take steroids, it's still very impressive to become an Olympic champion and a world indoor champion. All right. And I always use the analogy, just because you take steroids doesn't mean you automatically become the most supreme athlete in the world. You still have to have good technique. You still have to have gifts. All right, you still have to have athletic gifts. Like if I took steroids, I wouldn't automatically become an Olympic champion. That's not how that works. All right, so I'm I'm not here to discount anybody's accomplishments just because they took some steroids. I don't really care because you still have to put in the work. You still have to be a top like 0.1% athlete to win the Olympics. All right, to get a gold, and let alone to throw over 71 feet in shot put. All right, I can't get any average Joe off the street, train them for 10 years, get them to take steroids, and then suddenly they're going to throw 71 feet. No, you still have to be an incredibly gifted athlete. All right. I'm not saying the steroids do nothing, but they're not everything. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm just going to, for the rest of this video, just talk strictly about his technique. All right. So let's get into this. Okay. So right off the bat, I really like this rounded back right here. I love that. Nice and relaxed, but still pretty tight. Not tight. Still not tense. Strong. Strong is the word. Like he's not like super loose, but he's more stable, strong. All right, but he's not tense. All right, and he's up on the toe. Sorry about the video quality, though. It was 1992, so uh, to give you reference, it's hard to see, his left arm's like right there. So his left arm's hanging down, really nice. Really like the rounded back, and then the chest over the toe to have as much weight forward. So then when he rocks back, that is going to give him his gravitational pull down. All right, so we're going to see that. But I love that he's standing on the toe right here. And then this foot, his left foot is going to stay low to the ground. All right, going to go here. Now is on the flat foot. And an interesting thing I learned from a coach, a coach that actually coached back in the day, during this time for gliders, is a good tip to make sure you get off your heel is to try and stay flat-footed as long as possible out the back. And that's a very good tip, and he does a fantastic job of that. All right, so you notice he goes here. Oh my god, come on. All right, brings the knee in a little. Super nice, long, relaxed arm, left arm. Goes back, is flat-footed. Kicks back. Now you notice he's not kicking up, he's kicking towards the toe board. Right there. All right. He raises slightly, but you notice he's not popping up with his chest. He's still trying to keep as low as possible. You're just naturally going to lift a little just because, you're pushing off your left knee. Oh my God, sorry. Your right knee. All right. So he gets here. Now he's off his heel. Very nice there. Gets a nice flat phase there. And you notice when he does this, he's still keeping this left arm down. All right. Now, me personally, when I coach gliders, I like to coach them to have their left arm reaching out because I think it keeps their chest over their knee more and helps them stay back and helps them not pop up on their chest. But if you can get away with doing this, that's fine. Obviously, he's not a beginner, so he can obviously do this. But I think one of the most underrated aspects of his technique is just how relaxed. I don't think people realize how hard this is to do, to be this relaxed in the upper body. Like, it just looks like he's just chilling there with his upper body. Like, he's not really doing anything, and he's not. And that's the good thing. He's just staying nice and relaxed. He still has a nice long noodle left arm, just super nice right there. All right. And then if you notice, if you look at his right foot, geez, I almost pressed stop record. That would have been terrible. Um, if you look at his right foot, you'll notice, oh, maybe not because of the potato footage, but you'll notice that he turns his right foot in the air, so now it's facing to 90 degrees instead of still facing the back of the ring. Why is this important? One, because if you land and your right foot is still at the back of the ring, it's going to take longer for it to turn. And then two, you won't land stacked in your hips, and your hips will be behind you. Your hips won't be engaged. But he does a fantastic job, and this is, one of the many reasons he throws over, over 70 feet is because he has good technique, and of course the toe board is blocking it. But you can tell his right foot is pointed towards 90. His left foot is pointed towards 90. Very good. And you notice, let's look at his left arm because his left arm is very intriguing. So he gets here. He's still super down. He's still rounded back, really like that. Nice and relaxed. Now he starts to raise this left arm just a little bit, and now he's reaching back just a little bit to keep his weight back over his right foot. That's a very interesting thing. That's nice. All right, his left foot's grounded. Right. Let's see. Right, like there. So lands there super far back, hips engaged in the throw, really like that, knees bent. All right, that's super nice. And now he starts to throw. All right, now he drops the left heel to get a strong block, really nice. And now he's being active with the left arm, clearing it to get it out of the way of his hips. And you notice when he does that, his left arm isn't going forward, it's going up and around. And what this does is it gets his hips forward, it gets his chest up. All right. And now he has a nice lift. All right. Super nice there. God, I wish this footage was better, but whatever. Better quality, I mean. It's really hard to tell. I think the shot's out of his neck. Yeah, the shot's definitely out of his neck. Okay. Right here, you see this? Let's back this up. Let me get a circle. I want you to look at his right hip. So he gets here, and you see how it goes from there to there, and it's fully extended. Now, this looks like a triple extension you would get in a snatch and a clean. When the bar is at your hips and you're about to catch it down, this is one of the many reasons we do snatches and cleans in Olympic lifts. It's just because of this triple extension phase. It's, to mimic the finish. All right, so please do those if you aren't. And yep, okay, let's get in it. Sorry, I got a little distracted. All right, so next thing, I want you to look at how he's turning the right leg, really nice, turning the right hip. He's being pretty active with his left. I don't know if I'd call that a pull. I'd have to look at other footages of him. It's just so hard to tell because the quality is just so bad. Like the video quality is so bad. It's kind of hard to tell. And I do apologize for that. But let's see. So he gets, yeah. So sorry, I had to try and decipher through whatever this is. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, I got it now. So his left arm is long here. As he pulls it up, okay, pulling is the wrong word. As he rotates it up, you notice that he's not just going across. He's going out and then towards the sector. All right, he's not just ripping it across his body. It's actually going out into the sector and then around. And what this does is it helps him pull his weight over his block. All right. And now his hips are square to the ring, or the sector, I mean. The shot's out of his neck. and he hits a super nice block, and he reverses. Oh my god! Of course, the camera does that. Whatever. I wish there was like a back view or something of him, but whatever. Um, Hits a super nice block. I know the camera pans away, but you can see, or maybe you can't. He is still blocked. The shot's out of his hand. Let's see, where is it? Okay. The shot is here. Still blocked, still look. I assume looking at the shot. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Let me repeat that. He's still looking at the shot. All right, and it pans away, so we can't see his reverse. But I assume because this was a 2170 meter throw, it was a pretty good throw. So I assume that he got all his energy into the shot, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. Not that much to it. It's the glide, and yeah, overall super nice. Just super nice technique. And I think the biggest takeaway for his technique is just how relaxed his upper body is. I still can't get enough of that. That is an extremely, extremely hard thing to do, especially in the glide. That's a really extremely hard thing to do, to just be that relaxed in the throw. Um, and that takes one, body awareness, two, just fundamental understanding of the throw, and then three, just years and years and years of throwing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks all for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I know there aren't that many gliders out nowadays, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, as always, I'll link his personal bests, height, weight, if I can find them. I'm having really a lot of trouble finding his height and weight. And his notable accomplishments in the video description, as well as his coach. I found his coach, but not his height and weight. It's weird. Okay, whatever. I'll try and find them. If I can't, then they won't be in the video description. So anyway, thanks you all for watching. Hope you guys learned something, and see you next time. Bye.